We should start.
Yes, I think we should.
Well, I painted this sitting here just now.
Really? Wow.
It's still wet. It's still wet. I didn't do any of this stuff this week. I did this earlier because I wanted to know what it would be like with color.
Ooh. Yes.
Trying a technique where you soak the brush in the yellow and then you dip the brush in the purple and you do your line and you get this effect. This is the one that it worked the best on.
That's very cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Originally I was doing yellow and green, and then I said, well, purple and yellow make gray.
Yeah.
What would it be like to do it with the purple and the yellow?
Ooh.
I like that.
So I did that. I must say, this is hard for me because I'm the kind of person that goes back and corrects. I go back and fix it. And with this, you don't go back and fix it. You just take another piece of paper. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I actually found a piece of bamboo. And this is a very old stick of black bamboo. And I noticed that the crevices, there's a crevice. And then the little branches come out of the side where the crevice is. And the crevice is on the opposite side. In other words, it alternates. The second node's branch is on this side. The first node's branch is on this side. And the crevice, that little line, is on the side where the little branch comes out. Now, I don't think anybody who I've watched has pointed that out. And so, like on this one, I tried to alternate the sides of the side where the purple was.
Oh, yeah.
And that's surprisingly hard. And I have now given my lecture about the way the bamboo works. I suppose we have to paint, huh? Helen gave me this beautiful ink thing.
I love dragons. Maybe we could do dragons sometime. Ooh.
We could do dragons. And she gave me an ink stone.
Uh-huh.
And I have used it. But I don't know how dark anything is yet. But when I want black, I'm using black watercolor, and I'm using the rice paper, which bleeds. So I get 2 out of 1. I get this one that I painted, and then I get this one that I didn't. I could now work with it, I suppose. This is much more combining my own kind of style. Go back, pick. Well, and that's even one of my selling points. Of course, you can correct watercolor. So here I am, going back to make things look spontaneous.
That's my girl.
This paper, it's more porous. The paper that they sell you to do Sumi-e in.
Right.
It's a different feel. That's not bad for the underside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm calling this done. I'm taking 2 more pieces of paper, and I will try the color one, the yellow and purple. The big problem I'm having with this paper is that if your brush is too wet, it goes all over the place.
Yes.
It goes all over the place. I mean, you just have this huge blob of not colored enough color. In other words, there's not enough pigment, but there's a lot of wet. So they always show you on the thing that they're blotting it on a napkin or a towel or something. So I'm doing that and trying to make this work. Okay, so this brush is now pretty much all full of yellow and fairly, not too thick. And now I'm going to stick just the tip of it in the purple.
Oh.
Okay, so you see the purple on the tip and the yellow?
Yeah.
Oh, here goes. Here goes. There.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know that I like it, but it's interesting. Now let's make some bottoms and tops.
But that's more like the bamboo color I know, the yellow.
Yeah, so now we have our internodes. Take a smaller one.
The balance on the big brushes is very different.
Yes, they are different. So this, I guess, is eye level. So this is down and this is up. There. So now the only place where you should have twigs or things coming out is on the side with the groove. Now let's try a leaf. And I think for the leaf, I want to mix some of the purple. So here's some yellow and, oh, it needs more yellow. That's what always happens when, you do these smart things and then it doesn't work the way you wanted it to. Okay, so now I have sort of a mix and we're going to go goldfish, fishtail. Now down here, we'll try the swallow. Well, not my best, but okay. There we go. So that's mixing paints on the brush. And now I'm doing this aberrant thing of going back. This thing you're not supposed to do.
Will be our little secret.
I won't tell.
Well, anybody who looks at it will know. But what was it you said last week, Lynn? You have to know the rules, but then you can break them.
Yes, that's
Very true.
I'm not sure that I know the rules, but I'm breaking them anyway.
or be 4 years old or 3 or 4.
Yeah, well, that maybe I
Just never
qualify
go.
on that. So I'm declaring this one done.
That's beautiful.
Now let's see what's underneath.
Did that
Now.
just seep through?
Yeah, this is this very thin rice paper, which is not made out of rice. It's made out of mulberry. It's called rice paper because it's white. I didn't make this up. Now I'm just seeing what I could do. Oh, that's got a lot of purple and a lot of wet. Remember I told you when it's too wet,
Mhm.
you just get this slobber. That's what I've got there. Very slobbery. Yeah, the brush has its own mind.
Yes,
That's because they're so flexible.
yes.
And then there's a lot of water or paint or whatever it is on it. So it does whatever it feels like.
That's true.
So instead of the painting telling us what to do, the brush is doing
It's
what it
showing
does.
us what to do. Well, it works out to be pretty much the same thing.
Same thing, right.
So if you discover you have too much paint on your brush, go take it someplace else. That's what I just did. I discovered I've got this big glop of paint. I said, okay, where can I put a lot of purple? Because number of paintings that I'm never going to show anyone. I should show you just the roll.
Yeah.
When it works, it's almost sensuous, these soft brushes.
The operative word in that phrase is when.
Yeah.
But we got to keep trying.
That's all you can do. And that's why I said this is actually a very good thing for me to learn because I'm not good at it. I'm good at going back, of course, which is what I'm doing right now.
So that's not something you're supposed to do when you're doing Sumi-e?
No, you're supposed to just do it and then do it again.
Ah.
That's why you learn on the water paper,
Ah,
because the whole idea is that it's the spontaneous stroke.
gotcha.
But I'm an ugly American.
Part of your charm.
This one got way out of hand. See how the water goes way out? There's no bamboo that ever looked like that, ever in the world.
It's okay.
I'll just have to fold it. Stop it here.
Gotcha.
That'll be okay. Then it'll be okay.
I'm going to have to take a whole week and just practice every day because if you do it, it gets easier. At least that's the theory.
Yeah, that is the theory. And that's the point of the water paper, is so that you can practice your strokes
Yeah.
without ever having to show anyone. One thing this has taught me
Yeah.
is to use not just to paint with the tip of the brush, but to think in terms of, coming down with the side of the brush. Okay, I've done as much damage to this as I'm going to do.
Looks very nice.
Well, I think that it needs to be cut off there.
Yes, I would agree.
And that's the underside one. That was the underside one. So I've just given up and said, I'm just using 2 at a time. I've got my wine.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Love you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Everybody love it. Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.